Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the General Purpose and Finance Committee meeting Monday, the 16th of December at 7 p.m. Some housekeeping. We have no planned fire alarms this evening, so if the alarm does go off, please treat it as the real thing and exit the building via fire exits to the front and the rear of the building. So, item 2, to receive apologies for absence.
Yeah, we've got councillors Westby and Thwaites.
Okay. Item 3, declarations of interest. Any?
No.
Thank you very much. Item 4, presentation by the paddle tennis players, which actually I think is being deferred to the full council agenda.
Yeah.
Thank you. So item 5, there's no members of the public present, so I'm assuming we will not be doing item 5, and we'll be moving swiftly on to item 6, which is minutes of the meeting dated 18th of November. And I'm hoping everybody's flipped through them and we can all have an acceptance that they're correct and factual. Councillor Bircham proposed.
Yeah.
Councillor Tyra second, and that's unanimous. Great. Item 7, update on the town hall improvements.
Yes, I think we've now placed the order for the kitchen, which is really good news. The doorway has been put through, obviously in readiness for that. We are, again, I keep repeating myself on that one, but we are expecting the front doorway alterations to be done hopefully from the first week in January. That could stretch on because I haven't heard from the builder yet again. So I will have to try and chase that before the week is out. We've obviously with the internal decoration, we have also, I think she's coming in third week in January. So that will be, I think, was it third week in January? No, that's right. No, it isn't. No, it is after the but before the carpet is done. So after we've had the kitchen done and the door, then I will bring in the internal decorating, and then we'll have the carpets.
Fabulous, which I think actually just goes to show how well we are actually doing our projects at the moment. This project's moved swiftly on. It was something that was discussed by the last council and not progressed and didn't get off the ground. And we've obviously now picked this up, run with it over the last sort of 6 to 7 months, and is now all coming about. So that's great. Hopefully early in the new year, the town hall will be looking spangly and lovely. Item 8, town market matters, consideration and resolution. Councillor Taylor or Sharon, are you? No,
you can if you like, Sharon. Okay. Yeah, just to say that we're still obviously we had the grant for the 2 extra stalls, and we obviously have to report back to Breckland every now and then, just to let them know if the market's increasing. So I reported back to say that the normal market on Thursday, we've basically, from when we started, we've quadrupled the amount of stalls. Also, we've had 2 farmers markets now, so that will be continuous, and they should be well attended. Obviously, starting in the winter isn't ideal, but even so, you know, there's now that word gets round, it will only increase. So, and also trying to look to improve that. We had the Christmas market, which was well attended. I think we had planned about 30 stalls. I think we more or less had those 30 stalls. Very few people didn't come. So we had about 16 indoors and the rest were outside. So yeah, that was all we had obviously the little blip with the choir, which obviously I think we're aware of. And yeah, I mean, obviously we will live and learn on that one, and be prepared for next year. I always try to make notes of, you know, what things we could improve on. So I will make a note of that, and then hopefully next year we will have, by next year, a proper premises license in place on the square anyway. So hopefully that will sort that problem out.
Thanks for that, Sharon. I think it's very important. We owned the issue. We've fessed up that we made an administrative error with some paperwork, And I think it's important for the members of the public that watch this meeting at home. So we are all only human. Every now and again, mistakes do happen. The facts that we held our hands up to it and admitted it, I think we should be extremely proud of, because in days gone by, this council didn't tend to do such things publicly and openly as to say we've made an error. It's unfortunate that there are unforgiving members of the community that forget that we are all human and that our staff are human, and that everybody learns from their mistakes that they occasionally make. And the negative comments, especially from ex-councillors, has been somewhat disappointing, because they should know better than anybody, especially how hurtful it can be when all over social media comments are being made. When if you go back 5 years in time, we was all telling everyone to be kind and be nice, and those ex-councillors should be ashamed of themselves, personally, is my personal opinion. And I think I would like to thank the staff for realising the error, acting swiftly, and although we are all very disappointed, I think, like you said, it is something we can learn from and move on. So we will very swiftly move on to item 9, the Vono building.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a price from Newton Press, which we feel is very reasonable, and that includes a number of signs, not just one sign. So it's for the polymeric vinyls, 539. So there's, including in that price, there's 6 signs. The main sign is 213, the rear sign is £91, the entrance sign is 44. I think that these prices are really very good for a printer. Clean your boots sign, player and officials entrance, and a roadside sign. And then obviously installations 150 for all of the above. So I would like you to approve that, because we'd like to sort of press on with getting the signage put up as soon as possible.
Well, I would thank you for bringing it to committee, because actually this figure is well within your remit for you to have gone ahead and actually done yourself. I did actually meet this person on site. The other person actually didn't. I didn't manage to meet up, and I don't think they've come back with any quote at this present time. And I think we should just say the roadside sign that comes out onto Station Road, I think he's going to make some adjustments and make it slightly higher so it's more visible from the road, because at the moment where it is, if you're looking at the Vono building, it's on the left-hand side behind the brick wall and behind some chain link fencing that's overgrown with some ivy and some climbing shrubbery. So I think he's going to make some amendments to the height of it, which is actually included in this quote. Do any members have any comments or any? Councillor Bircham will propose that we send Councillor Dalton. If the clerk would like to proceed with that, that's lovely.
Thank
everyone happy? Yeah, unanimous. Right. Quotes for the disabled toilet. I think we have 2 of them, don't we, Sharon?
Yes, we do. Yes, we've got.
There's quite a considerable difference, I think, in between the 2, isn't there?
Yeah, let me just. Sorry, I've got to get me a member here so I get my head straight. Yeah, quotes for the disabled toilet. Yes, we've got the ladies' toilet. Should be.
I've got one here.
Yeah.
So I have this one, ladies'
it.
toilet conversion to disabled ability to remove current suite and cubicles. And this quote, plaster ceilings decorate change, is £8,203.40. And then I believe we have another one. It's slightly a bit further down in the pack. Where did I find it? Yeah, it's above it actually. Yeah. And this one is disabled toilet, display and fit. The DOC impact, which includes toilet basin taps, drop down bar, and all handrails.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Remove and toilets and all pipework. Utilise some of the cubicle sections to hide obviously the toilet there has a macerator thing because it's not plumbed in. It goes through the little device. Make it wheelchair friendly, and this quote is 3,280. So there is a considerable difference, approximately £5,000 in difference. I know the town council use the contractor that's 3,280 quite regularly. And I think for some of our projects has been identified as our go-to contractor.
Yeah.
How do members have any comments? Councillor Dalton?
The only thing I noticed different between the two is, well, that really is different between the two is panel all walls in the more expensive quotes, but I'm not sure that that is necessary.
It wasn't necessary. Now, I don't actually think that it was specifically asked for. I think it's something that they added in because it would make it more aesthetically pleasing. However, it's not a necessity. And I'm not sure if £5,000 extra taxpayers' money is something that's not a necessity. Is Councillor Taylor?
Yeah, it's propose that we proceed with 3,000.
Yeah, so Councillor Taylor proposes we take the 3,280 quote, and Councillor Birch has seconded that. And is everyone in favour? That is unanimous.
Yeah.
Oh, we're speeding through tonight. To approve the cost of bar flooring for the Vono building, and it's not, I believe, just the bar flooring, it is the whole building upstairs to be not just the bar area. So the two other sections as well are included in this quote.
Yes.
So,
That is.
so it is all there, and I'm assuming members have a quick look at those quotes. And again, this contractor the Town Council have used before,
Yeah.
and I think it's identified
It's cheapest.
as the cheapest. And are there any comments, Councillor T. Taylor?
Yeah, I was just going to comment on how pleasantly surprised I was by the prices that were compared. I thought especially the shower room floors,
Yeah.
just shy of £600 each. I thought is a lot cheaper than I was actually anticipating that to come in at. And same with the room to be converted to the kitchen, just shy of £800. I know in total for the upstairs areas it is a lot more expensive. But my feeling on that is that rather than do something piecemeal, so similarly to how the dance floor is raised here and has been considered a trip hazard, the same happens in the second and third rooms. And I think if we were to change the flooring in the second and third rooms, then to do the bar and landing area as well would be my preference, so that it's uniform throughout. I think it would look a bit bizarre if it was done.
I think the thing is, if you have 2 rooms done anyway, you may as well have the third done. It's more cost effective to do everything in one go rather than do it piecemeal and have a contractor come back at a later date and then replace a second piece of floor. I think the aspirations are that we bring the Vono building up to a standard that we can all be proud of and that we can rent and utilise for the whole community to use. I don't know if members have any comments on how they'd like to proceed with this. This quote actually does have all of the relevant flooring in that would need to be looked at. The carpet tiles in the upper part of the Vono building, so in sections 2 and 3, our carpet tiles are quite worn and discoloured, and like Councillor Taylor said, the dance floor areas are slightly raised. This would take that all out, actually removes the carpet tiles and puts this style hard flooring throughout the building, easier maintenance, easier cleaning, and obviously takes away those trip hazards. And then, like she said, the 2 shower room floors, one is considered a health hazard, it's lifted and the water's getting underneath it and is unsafe. And the other shower room, there is a wall that is sort of just over knee high that you have to climb over to get into the showers, that was sort of highlighted as a health and safety risk, climbing into a wet area and out of it. So the other room, the refs, oh yeah, that's also lifted, isn't it? But the home one, yeah, no, you're right. It's because we talked about the home one as well the other day and having that piece of wall done, which I think we have got a quote in our for to remove that piece.
Yeah, no, that is part of this. Yeah, we've got 2 quotes here.
So we might have to have that floor looked at as well then when we take that wall out.
Yes,
That could be an extra onto here. And then obviously the kitchen floors at £8,390 for the whole building upstairs, 2 shower rooms downstairs and the kitchen. Are members happy to proceed with that quote. Yeah, councillor Bircham, are there any questions? And councillor Fraser. The second, is that unanimous?
Thank you.
Great. And then the recreation ground to approve and amend code of an areator for the sports pitch.
Oh, sorry, we just got to go, although we've done that, have we?
Yours says cost, mine says cope.
Oh, no, yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't explain that. Yeah, we're now gonna do the,
We've done the flooring,
yeah,
£8,000 odd pounds, so now it's the aerator.
yeah, what about the, shower rooms?
We've done the site, yeah, we've done the
Yeah,
whole quote, we've done the whole
okay,
quote at
yeah.
8,390.
Yeah,
We approved
that's the
the whole
flooring, yeah.
quote.
What about, this is a bit weird, isn't it? Why isn't it?
I don't know, why is that not in there?
I don't know.
I don't have it on mine either.
Oh, okay, that's weird, isn't it? The table toilet, cost of the bar flooring, perhaps there's an oversight there because we've got the shower rooms, haven't we? Which were done on the paperwork, but we've been there. Not really.
In all fairness,
Yeah.
if I just
but
make members aware, and this is
Yeah.
within Sharon's remit, but we'll just read it, just for, there is a quote for the shower rooms, obviously, we've just accepted a quote to do the shower room floor. The away shower room is the health and safety issue, the floor's lifting and the water's getting underneath. The home shower room is the walls are health and safety that they climb over. Bit of health and safety risks going on everywhere, but the contractor that's looked at the floor highlighted the fact that where the tiles and the flooring meet, as the flooring comes up the wall slightly, the tiles are cracked and the grout is not very good. And if you look at him, it's very grotty. And he was concerned that if he replaced the floor and the walls of the shower room weren't addressed, the water would just find its way like water does back under the flooring. And he didn't want to have to come back in 6 months' time and do the work again, which I think is really conscientious of him. He could have quite happily taken our money and in 6 months to 12 months' time when this issue re-arose and we would have to look at it again, he could have took our money again, but actually he highlighted the issue. So Sharon has sought quotes to actually have that tile work taken off and replaced. And although
it's all
one part of
comprehensive,
it is
yeah.
£900, that is within her remit.
Yeah.
The other part is considerably more. And
but that is an extension of the cost of the bar flooring. And it's in a way.
And that's the shower rooms, not the
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to send this out to members, Sharon, and get them, because obviously we don't want to have the flooring done before the tiles are done. So we are going to need to address the walling. Could you send this out and it could go to full council to be ratified and members can deal with it?
Yeah. I mean, everyone.
But for transparency, the quote is £5,300 to make the whole. That is to remove the existing tiles, the showers, make the walls good, and to supply and fit new tiles and new showers.
Yeah.
So that is for everything to be spangly new. Is £5,300, but obviously it's not on our agenda tonight, so we can't make a decision on that. But for transparency, as the paperwork has been bought, we will mention it and we'll get that circulated to all members if possible, and
but
we'll try and deal with that.
One is 4,000 less than the other, so I obviously would go for that one anyway. So.
Yeah, so if you can send them out and members can, and we'll ratify it then later today.
Fraser.
Just before, obviously that's the tile.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't we do what we're doing to the other shower room and panel?
What other shower room?
Well, yeah, the one, the main one.
We have.
Needs to go to the floor and panel on the sides.
Not incredibly accepted.
Do you mean the disabled toilet? The one. Yeah, disabled toilet.
A couple on the walls.
Where have you? Whose quote have you got that in?
Tyler, is it over that would be?
Is
That'll be this
Hopkins
one,
doing the wall as well?
I don't think so.
No,
No.
Hopkins is only doing the flooring.
Yeah. What you said? Yeah, you mean the shower? Yeah, this one from NS Property Maintenance.
shower that you see and away showers. So what would be good?
He's covering up the walls. It's where he comes up the wall to come up the wall.
Yeah.
It's not the whole wall. To supply and lay smoothing compound and polysafe standard 10 mil cover up the walls. Is that what you're talking about?
I thought we talked.
No. He is a flooring company, not a.
I thought you said.
No, it's just that.
It's this far. He comes up the wall to make it water safe, so there's no. It'll come up the wall, maybe like. Yeah,
But then if
10 mil, like he
yeah,
says.
but they will, if you approve the lowest quote for the away team shower room.
We can't approve that because it's not.
No, but if you do, that is entirely
Time clear,
included,
so that's to but we could have it panelled and that could be cheaper. Well, it probably would, and you can get some quite sturdy panelling, and you would hope that they're not going to get rowdy in the showers.
Does it have the longevity?
Yeah, longevity.
It possibly may not, but that's something we can talk to the contractor. And if Sharon's sending these quotes
Yes.
out for members to look at and pass comment via electronic communication, she can go back to this contractor and ask them about that panelling.
Yeah.
Is that okay with everyone?
Versus panelling. Yeah, okay.
Okay then. We will move swiftly on then to recreation ground and we'll discuss the areator. Sorry.
Last. The life expectancy.
Yes.
Tiles hasn't
I will. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Okie doke.
And then you can come on to the areator.
So we initially at the last meeting, I think we got I was a bit reticent to sort of like put that before you, although I did, because I felt as if that was quite expensive. It was 4,995 for that particular model. And I felt as if I was a bit uneasy about that. So I said I would go away and just double check the specifications. And I did get the help of Councillor Reynolds on this because he's an expert in, sort of land machinery on that. So he kindly got this second quote. He actually got 3 quotes, but the other one was pretty similar to this, but a different model. But he recommends this particular model, Oxdale 6-foot compact aerator. So he had a good chat to the company. And we came up with something that's less than half the price. And we don't need a roller because he's double checked that. So the price has now gone down from 4,995 plus 695 for a roller to 2,040.
Well, I think we should thank Councillor Reynolds and congratulate you on bringing it down so much. Sharon.
2,000. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
£40 discount. Yeah,
£2,000.
sorry, yeah, 2,000.
Because they've put a £40 discount in. Obviously, the wreck gets waterlogged quite badly. This would help. There's parts of gamers that get waterlogged quite badly. Do any members have any comments? Councillor Taylor?
Yeah, my comments for you. I know that this was at the request of Clapham Football Club that we obviously now look to start aerating pitches for them. But I do feel that in addition to the benefit that it will have for them and obviously the facilities at the rec and possibly gamers, this could improve all of our open spaces. Like once we have this piece of machinery in our possession, we can use it elsewhere. And obviously the rec is used for other things like fireworks, like the carnival, although I know that typically happens in the summer. I do think, well, it used to. But I feel like with the fireworks, especially the time of year, November, the foot traffic that now generates, because that is like maybe one of our most successful large scale events in the town. I do think that actually being able to do the whole field and have this piece of machinery is actually a great benefit and a good use of £2,000, if I'm honest.
I think it'll probably benefit London Road Dock area as well, because obviously that gets quite waterlogged, don't it? Can I have a proposal? Councillor Taylor and Councillor Bertrand, is that unanimous, everyone? Yeah. There we go. 10, matters relating to the sale of the old rectory for consideration and resolution.
I just brought that to your attention because it has been mentioned that this could be something that the council might be interested in, but I just wanted councillors to let us know that just to cursory thoughts on it, initial, is it something you want to pursue?
Maybe I can give a little bit of insight into this. For
Can I just say,
detailer?
I think a discussion about any possibilities would be worthwhile amongst members to kind of gauge whether or not they think that it's something that could be worthwhile. But I actually wonder if that would be better done below the line.
Which
Let's
was
not
what
just
I
set
was-
hairs running.
I was going to say great minds. I was actually going to say a little bit of insight. It's been muted that it could be used for numerous different options to benefit the community. And with that in mind, maybe we can all get together, even if it's one of our workshops, and mute what those possibilities are.
Yeah.
That it could be used for, and then maybe a plan put together, and then members could have it distributed and pass their comments and stuff on before we make a big decision, because it is a big decision. So, Councillor Tyra?
Can I just add to that? I mean, I know in the past, council's been pretty dormant in terms of when lands come up for properties and what have you. As part of that discussion, the town's growing, we want to be a bit more professional, a bit more savvy, of thinking about long-term word use of the town council in terms of land, stroke, property investment or purchase. Not naming any, but I think just a general discussion rather than knee-jerk reaction. This is looking into the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years as to change our strategy. And some councils already do this in terms of investments. And if so, what the financial is there? I'm looking at housing community use. I don't know what the answer is, but I think it needs that general discussion to kickstart that off, and then look at, we have reserves, we have this, we have that. So when things happen, rather than having a discussion about it, there is some strategy behind it, because these things do move very quickly.
Yeah.
And on our timetable, we'll come back next month, and then we'll have a decision the month after. It's too late, so I'm just putting that suggestion there, if there is going to be a discussion.
Yeah, I think it's something we could probably work between, because we could have some of those discussions electronically between each other. I think it actually randomly come out of thin air. Oh, like we're looking for this, and this at the moment. This is in the town centre. Where could we go? So I think Councillor Tyra is extremely right that we do need to look at these things. I think we are quite lucky at the moment. We have a council that is quite dedicated at the moment to looking at what is a good investment for this council, what could be potentially used for the future. We are very, forward thinking, that is the word. So I think that is why this particular issue has come to council. We needed somewhere to kickstart that discussion, and if members are happy, we can continue that discussion and investigation, ready to maybe bring some sort of plan together. And if we can sort of do that quite swiftly, there are avenues we can go through that aren't just our reserves. Local government bodies are able to apply for funding. So they're all options we can look at. I think Megan has already been asked to do that. So there was some sort of plan that could come forward. And with that in mind, then we'll defer this item if everybody's happy while we get some more information. Right.
If we do the next item on the agenda, do you want me to put something more general, like investment strategy or something, rather than that?
Yeah, Councillor Tyra, for item 12, would you like that? Yeah,
Fine, do
great.
that.
So we'll move swiftly on to the second public participation, and surprisingly, there's no one here. So we'll move on to items 12, which is items for the next agenda. And we already have that one, an investment strategy. Is there anything else members would like to see put forward? No? Okay, well, with that, then I will close this meeting. Thank you, everyone.